We had a fun story this morning talking about Lucha Libro. Not Lucha Libre. It's a play on words. Look, that's alliteration. Lucha Libro Library. Yeah, you got to say it with an accent. So this is a play on Lucha Libre, obviously the popular wrestling event that is prevalent all over Mexico. These guys are putting on a countrywide tour, going to different libraries, obviously putting on a show. But as you can see, they're holding up books, getting kids to read. And that's a packed house there. So fun. And we were talking about, guys, just kind of anything. We're all avid readers, or, obviously we read words on a teleprompter for a living.
Yes,
so we
I have
like
many
to read
leather
on
bound
some
books.
level. I love to read, and I
Yeah.
was always encouraged as a kid to pick up a book. But this is just all to promote literacy. So yeah, but that got us talking about the Dewey Decimal System.
Holy cow, did it
In
ever.
my day, we had to go look for the
Yeah.
book.
Libraries, I wish they had done. I just started thinking about this as you were sharing this, Annie, about the steps, whoever these creators are, the steps that they're taking to bring stories, to bring action alive, literally right in front of you.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So I'm sitting here thinking, man, I wish they had done this when I was a kid. Pick a story, pick any theme, whether it's sci-fi, whether it's, you like to read books about military and tanks and whatever the thing happens to be. If you could almost have a reenactment, every couple weekends or once a month at the local library, where we're going to take this story, we're going to act it out. Maybe you got local actors coming in. Like, to me, I would have loved to have read when I was a kid because I didn't really enjoy it. I could picture it in my head, but I would stay in this world up in here, and I wouldn't ever really want to read a book. I mean, I still struggle with that today. I'd rather watch a movie than to read the book. I wish it had been different when I was a kid. I love this idea. The last time I went to the library in spandex without a shirt on, I got thrown in the slammer, and that guy right there is able to do it.
Right.
I mean, that just doesn't seem right.
They were allowed to do that.
I know.
I think we all agreed that anything they can do to improve literacy rates, to get kids to read, all for it. And one of the shots there, when they were talking about the literacy rates, I don't know if it's going to come up in time, getting kids to read, we saw the cell phone out there. And I think that is the added problem. Again, Jason, you know this better than Annie and myself. When you're raising kids, I think for us, there were only a few distractions. You had the TV, maybe a video game.
Game Boy.
Game, right? But
Tamagotchi.
then it was books, right?
Yeah.
And movies. So there was more things to do and more chances to interact with your peers and things like that. Kids today have so many different distractions. And I feel like you can't have them. Maybe kids enjoy reading off of their iPhone or their iPad, but then there's an app right there on the iPad where you can go watch Netflix or go to Instagram. Having a book and being in a nook or in a library in a quiet zone.
Cozy
Little nook.
with some hot chocolate.
Right.
So
You're right.
good.
I don't think most of Gen Z, I mean, again, this is even something I've struggled with, so I can relate to it, but most of Gen Z, to look at a page with just letters and words. You know what I'm saying? Because the big generation, especially on COVID, they had to be on their screens all day.
Yeah.
For school, for education. It wasn't even listening to their teacher in person. Everything was on the screen. And so they were forced into this 8 hours a day to be watching. And so all the absorption of information has come through a screen, has come through listening.
Yeah.
It's not through just reading black and white text on a page anymore. And so I don't want to say it's lost, but I think ideas like this are going to have to be done to get people back in the book.
Jason, we were just talking about it. Was it this week or last week? Reading newspapers.
Yeah.
And how you and I used to emulate our dads, because learning how to even fold the newspaper over the right way. Right?
Yeah.
And then
The popping of the paper,
right,
the smell of it.
Right. Kids don't have that anymore. Like, do kids even know what a good book smells like? The good
Probably
book
not.
smell?
It's so good. Libraries smell good. Bookstores.
Right.
Oh, bookstores. That was it. Like Barnes and Noble, the kids section at Barnes and
I
Noble.
used to enjoy that.
So fun. Like you get lost. Like my mom and dad would go one way and I would go completely the other, and then we'd find each other. But I like to read. I don't get to do it for fun as much anymore. But when I travel on a plane, if it's not like a long international flight, like I'm reading a book. I don't want to look at a screen. I'm flying out to California this weekend. And I have 2 books planned that I'm taking with me. And I'm really excited to read them because I don't get to do it. But that passes the time for me. I hate looking at screens. We do it so much. It makes my brain
My
feel like
favorite
mush.
book is my MacBook, and that's the problem. Instead of the book, it's the MacBook.
It just feels good.
It does. You know, what's crazy is they're even making tablets now that they're trying to return the tablet to be more
To make it paper-like,
like.
right?
Yeah, well, they are.
Which I
It's the
think makes
paperweight.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
feel of
makes
the
it
screen
flat.
isn't glossy. It's a flat like a piece
Yeah.
of paper,
Mhm.
and they've added in the sound effect of the page turn.
That's dumb.
And I'm going, just look at the book.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
look at the book.
I feel like I had lost it. I had to read something on one of my flights, and I found myself reading it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to look at my iPad or watch a movie, and it's nice. But I will say, the way I have to do it now, I need my noise canceling, AirPods in, and because if I hear noises, that pulls me out of the element. Like I need that quiet when I'm reading,
Interesting.
because otherwise, you get on a flight and there's always, I know it's against the rules, somebody's listening to something when they should have headphones on. There's a kid going crazy, and by all means, parents, I get it. It's tough to fly with kids. I'm fine with that. I just need my noise canceling AirPods so I can't hear them.
Don't we all need them?
That's it. Oh,
So yeah, we like books.
you
We help other
books.
people.
Oh, one of the
read
things
books.
quickly that we
Yeah.
said this morning
Go
is
for it.
it'd be great if Jack Black was
Yes.
invited, Nacho Libre, to have him show up, maybe in a California library would be easier for him or wherever he's traveling. But can you imagine if he showed up in his stretchy pants?
Would the kids?
Oh,
would it-
my God.
But would the kids know? It would be more
don't
exciting for the
know. That- you
parents.
know what?
Honestly,
Yes,
it would be for the parents. Like the
parents
kids
would
might
go
not
crazy.
know.
I see a potential fusion coming, because what did he do? School of Rock,
Yeah.
right? School of Rock
See?
and Nacho Libre
That's what I'm
together.
saying.
There is
Nacho Rock.
one.
Nacho Rock.
Nacho.
Come on, the wrestler looks like an 80s hairband guy.
I love it.
That's his character.
Boom.
Nice. All right.
The idea for you,
We'll
Jack
send
Black.
it to him. Jack, listen to us. Just trust us.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.